episode of Sports and Songs podcast. It's season
Yep.
4, episode number 29. This is the Songs edition. Andy,
Yeah.
how are you doing?
I am wonderful. Very excited for today's show.
It's June 2nd. It's a Songs edition only. It's going to have some music, some album reviews, some concert, all things music related.
Now, we're a day late on this one. Usually we do songs on Thursdays, but
Yes.
still, this month, there's 5 Thursdays. You're going to get an extra songs edition this month.
An extra bonus episode,
Yeah,
an extra edition.
Additional
Not a
episode.
bonus episode, just 5 in the month.
That's right.
Very rare does that come around, but
Yes,
the
5
listeners
Thursdays.
will enjoy it.
Yes.
But today is a non-standard Friday. We get back next week on the normal schedule. I'm going to start off with an album review, Andy.
Yes. Very excited for this.
So the album review, we've never, I've thought we've done this one. We've never done it.
I
But
think we've talked about it.
yes, we must have talked about it because I was looking forward to doing it, and I had to look back in the archives to see if we did it or not.
I think around the time we did the Billy Squire one and stuff like that, we're kind of doing just rock ones for a while, and this one came up, but never official.
We're doing Eddie Money. Eddie Money, good guy. The album tonight is No Control, his 4th album. Here it is. Once again, love the album cover.
Yep.
This is just a classic No Control with Eddie Money with the cigarette in his hand, with the dollar sign, money sign,
Yeah.
signature.
Yeah.
One of the best. Now,
And
No
always
Control-
in a suit at that era, too.
yes, No Control is the 4th studio album by American rock musician Eddie Money, released June of 1982. Went platinum. It contains the hits Think I'm in Love and Shaken. Also features the song Passing by the Graveyard. It's also called Song for John B. Now, that's a tribute to the late actor and comedian John Belushi.
Yeah, which is really weird because this album came out in July, and Belushi passed away in March of that year.
He passed away in March, and it was already recorded, it says here, and by the end of 81. Now, he didn't die till 82, but yet there's a song in here that's recorded and on the album.
Right. So I don't know.
Now, they were John Belushi and Eddie Money became friends on the SNL set.
Yes.
During the 3rd season of Saturday Night Live. John Belushi, of course, was one of the original cast. Eddie Money was a musical guest in season 3. The two became friends, and Eddie Money was partying pretty heavy back in the day, same time as John Belushi was. So it's no surprise they were friends, but we'll get into more of that later. I'm sure you have more on that, maybe.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
So track listings. Shaken, my personal favorite song on this album, Shaken. Eddie Money song. Very good rock song.
And I'm going to stop you right there.
Yes.
I'm just going to clear up something right now on that song.
Okay.
Quote from the lyrics, get your junior high head out. The line is, we did some shaking to the middle of the night. Not what some other people think she had shaking.
Oh, I still thought it was that.
No, we did some shaking till the middle of the night. Is the actual
Okay,
lyric.
so if you slow it down and listen to it, that's one of my favorite lines in the song.
Yes.
And I apologize for my junior high behavior.
Yeah.
I always thought that's what the line was.
Yes. I looked it up.
One of the reasons I liked it, of course.
And so many people did at that age too. But hey, I'm sorry. Continue on after song 1. I'm sorry.
So song 2 is Running Away. Song 3, Think I'm in Love. That was the big hit. There was Think I'm in Love, that everyone loves, the commercial hit. After that is Hard Life, No Control, the title track. Take a Little Bit, Keep My Motor Running, My Friends, Driving Me Crazy, Passing by the Graveyard, and ends up It Could Happen to You. Now, the stuff Eddie was going through during the recording of this has a lot to do with these album songs. A lot of songs are about women, no control, out of control, and also sad and sadness of It Could Happen to You, Graveyard, and people throwing away their lives down a deep hole of being in the rock musician. So this was 1982. They released the songs I Think I'm in Love in June, the very first one. Then Shaken was September. Eddie Money on the vocals. They use a variety of drummers, 2 different guitars, a bassist. This was your typical studio band, right?
Right. Yeah.
Revolving door of musicians.
Yeah. Eddie on lead vocals and cast of characters after that.
Bunch of keyboard, 3 guys on keyboards, 1 saxophone player, a bunch of different people on background vocals. So this is his band. He put it together. He did it all, the album that is, and then he went and found and recruited the musicians, got the tracks laid down. It's 37 minutes and 1 second long, released on Wolfgang and Columbia Records. But it's a good album. I got it later on in life, Andy, and loved it. It's just a simple rock and roll album, a couple ballads, a couple slow songs, good musicians on there, but it's 37 minutes, 11 songs.
37 minutes, yeah.
It quickly moves along. I like this. Now, and like I said, it went platinum. So, but this is 1982. And Nugent was big. A lot of hard rock acts were big. The metal scene was huge.
Hair metal was coming on. Yep.
Hair metal, and this is just a rock album, not heavy metal. Maybe you can call it hard rock, but good stuff. I enjoyed it. I was looking forward to doing this album review. Now, what do you have on this one, Andy?
So first of all, on there, one of the guitarists you listed was Ralph Carter.
Okay, bass.
One of the guitarists and writer on Shaken. Just want you to let you know that's not the same Ralph Carter who played Michael on Good Times.
Oh, perfect. Good to know.
But that Ralph Carter who played Michael on Good Times in 1975 had an album called Young and in Love, and he also performed it on Soul Train, and the song made it to number 10 on the charts.
Oh, really?
So Ralph Carter talented, but not that Ralph Carter, a different Ralph Carter. So just want to get that clarified up.
Okay.
So that, because when I first saw him, I went, wait a minute. Okay, first of all, he could have been. I know he did some singing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember him being on Soul Train. So I looked it up and no, it's not the same Ralph Carter.
Different guy. Guy.
So that is sort of a common name. So I thought, okay, it's got to be a different guy. It can't be the same one, But yes, that, and also, like I said, our artist, Edward Joseph Mahoney, which he changed to Money for reasons, for marketing reasons.
Obvious reasons, yes.
Now, I didn't see it here on Wikipedia, but I remember hearing it one time. I don't know how far he made it into it, but he was a police officer at one time.
Oh, I remember this. Yes.
I don't know how many years he served as a police officer.
I don't think it was many, but that was his career until he switched gears and went into music.
Right. So, and I think one of the reasons I like Eddie Money, and I can't say this about many guys, is he had that raspy voice, that smoker's voice. They don't mention it, but it was a little bit bluesy, but it was just rock and roll. Him, Billy Joel, that same type of sound and look, like, here I am, and if you don't like me, bite me type attitude on his looks, Yeah. And I'm just going to sing some rock and roll songs. Yeah, I got piano and I got saxophones, and too bad. I'm going to have piano and saxophones. That's what I think I liked about his stuff. It was just, here it is. And big fan of his. He did do a couple appearances in TV shows. He played himself on an episode of the Drew Carey Show.
Okay.
Once, and he did other bits. Very easygoing guy. Like I said, he was on Saturday Night Live. Very big loss when we lost him. I don't know if he'd still be recording today, but just I'd love to hear his opinions on some stuff today. Music wise, if he'd still be doing occasional duets with people or whatever,
Collaborations.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a good talent, and he was a little different. Like I said, he was, and also after the No Control, his other album came out where it was even more popular than that. Where he had I Want to Go Back, and what was the other song he had? The one he filmed in St. Paul. Anyway, he still had good songs, fighting with the rock and roll hair band stuff coming up. Hip hop was kind of starting to take off, but here's Eddie Money just trucking right through, doing his thing.
Never change. Yep.
Nope. And also, we've said a lot of rock and roll from the early 80s would be country music today. this would not be country music today. This would still be rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got with Eddie. I loved him.
That's
Loved his
good.
stuff.
And of all the musicians that died young after living hard and dying young, yeah, I think even Eddie himself, more than likely, probably thought that he was not going to live very long himself, and
Right.
and he ended up living long, and so
Yeah, he dried up, but he still hit the lung darts pretty hard, and that kind of did him in.
yeah, he was playing, I think, a lot of like casinos and stuff towards the end.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe even was he Mystic Lake?
He might have been. I know he's done Minnesota a few times. I remember people saying they went and saw him or going to see him. But yeah, just a great guy. And you know what? He maybe could have done things bigger than that, but I don't think he wanted to.
No. He was just happy with where he was at, and it was no crybaby, and not trying to be a big fish in a little pond. He just did his music, and if you like it or not, that's it. Yeah, and he did some good stuff.
Yep. And you get on to my tidbits here.
All right, what have we got?
First of all, I'd like to say a big toast to everybody else out there who hates Luke Bryan.
Oh yes.
Now, as you know, we're not big Luke Bryan fans here, and there you go.
Awesome.
99-cent record sale coming up June 10th.
Okay.
Mill City Sound is having their 99-cent record sale, 9 a.m.
Interesting.
All this other stuff, they were in Hopkins on Main Street there. They say they have a radio DJ there. I don't know this for sure. I'm going off their websites. Probably Brian Oak, which is a good DJ, don't get me wrong. But he's part owner of this, so he might be the DJ there. I have never been to this location. I would love to go down there. Like they say here, they've accumulated by buying so many albums over the last 9 months. Donations. They have rock, jazz, soul, country, classic, pop, everything for a mere 99 cents for vinyl.
Blowout sale. Yeah, I'm sure it'd be very interesting just to flip through those records there on inventory.
Yep. So maybe, if not even after this, might have to take a road trip down to Hopkins and see what they got.
Now for the young listeners, Andy, these are albums. These are LPs, not records, but so they know that these are actual LP
vinyl, as we used to call
vinyl.
it.
This is vinyl stuff. Yep.
And also, there's a recording label there too. So if you have a band, contact them; they can record for you too.
Okay.
Concerts. We're gonna start with concerts this time. We're gonna do a little differently here today, just because I pushed the wrong button setting this up. So we're doing concerts first. There they are. Our friends Non Grata are going to be in town. They're going on tour. I don't have the exact locations. This is just all off their website. We are working to get more from them, maybe having them on before then. July 14th, St. Paul, Minnesota.
July 14th. Mark your calendars
Mark
down.
your calendars. Keep your daughters at home. Make sure they go nowhere near St. Paul.
Yes.
Within a 100-mile radius.
So this is them on concert promoting their album, right?
Yeah, they're on tour. They've had some new stuff out. I'm working to get them on before July here if they want to push it, right before their tour. So end of June here, we'll try to get them on for a brief ta-da, and we'll go from there.
New stuff. This is all original music.
Yep. Floyd's out in Victoria have their new calendar out for June. Now, for those of you who watch on YouTube, you don't squint, just slow down. I'll do just the weekends for you. Tonight, Rebel Queens are playing out there, and Rough House is tomorrow. Ladies of the 80s next Saturday is there. They got a whole bunch of different bands coming up. Blue Ribbon Bandits on July 1st. So lots of fun stuff out at Floyd's. Check them out. You can go to their website, their Facebook page.
And we've mentioned this before, but the Rebel Queens would be good to see. It's a female band that does the female
rock
songs
band
of the 80s, right?
Yep. That's tonight. We're working. I'd love to go see them. They're kind of on my list of things to do in the next year to see Rebel Queens.
It would be. I've heard good things.
Minnesota's best Motley Crue tribute band, Theater of Pain, at Big Guys Barbecue, Saturday, June 10th. Free admission.
Okay.
Free admission and barbecue.
Man.
What more do you want?
9 o'clock show in Hudson, Wisconsin.
So there you go. At the Medina coming up, Tom Kiefer and LA Guns, Saturday, July 22. We will be there.
I've got that on the calendar. Our website's calendar is there if anyone wants more information or wants to attend with us. We are going.
And we are still looking for a cab ride home, by the way. If anyone's coming back to the Waconia Watertown area afterwards, let us know.
Yeah, they have, they booked the hotel up, all the rooms. So I'm checking every week for an opening to see if anyone's late cancellation. In
fact, I just checked today, still full.
Okay.
Thunderstruck AC/DC tickets just went on sale the other day. I used my promo code High Voltage to get in early.
High Voltage. And
head intern Lisa and I are going. So Friday, October 13th. Friday the 13th, seeing AC/DC.
Oh, at the Medina.
Does it get better than that?
No. And we've never, neither of us have seen this band, but this would be a good one. And this is I think this is the best AC/DC tribute band out there.
Yep. Opening act is Them Pesky Kids. They played Medina quite a bit, and they're in the area quite a bit. XL Energy Center, Alabama, June 22nd. As last I checked yesterday, still tickets available.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're not very good ones, but still tickets available.
Wow.
Might be kind of hard to sell at the X, but still, they're available. Bryan Adams with Joan Jett, July 3rd.
Wow. Now this looks interesting.
That would be kind of neat. Bryan Adams. I've always kind of dug Bryan Adams. He's kind of cool.
I like it. I like Bryan Adams. I'm a fan. Joan Jett, yes.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a Bryan Adams album coming up here, July.
Oh.
July 1st, we'll do that, or
June 31st. Down. Yeah, he's got some good stuff.
End of June, maybe the Thursday before that show, we'll do it. There we go.
Yes.
Pearl Jam. Now, August 31st and September 2nd, not through September 2nd. They're not playing 3 nights, just the 2.
They should have used a comma there.
Yes, they should have used a comma. So, but it's XL. They don't have the interns we have.
No, not nearly.
Obviously. So that's why I put that. I looked at it. It's the third. It's not all 3 days. And no offense, I'm surprised Pearl Jam's doing 2 days here. I didn't see their schedule. I don't know where else they're playing around here, but so there's that point.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
A soapbox on the songs edition, Dan.
Oh, now this I can't wait for. Has it ever been done?
No, this is a first time ever.
All right. This should be good. Go ahead. I want to hear what this is.
Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem finally hit #1 on the charts.
Okay.
Finally. Now, unlike the Alphabet Networks, Dan, we give all the news here.
Correct.
They hit #1 on the Billboard charts for the first time for kids albums.
So first time ever.
Right. Which that's my soapbox, guys. This is what were we thinking? Why was this not a #1 back in the day?
Dr. Teeth
and the Electric Mayhem.
Now go through the names of the players here.
Well, if I can remember, so you got Zoot back there over his shoulder. Then you got Dr. Teeth on keyboards. There's Floyd on guitar. Janice is the other guitarist. Animal on drums. And I do not recall the other member's name. So
okay.
Every band has the other guy.
Yes.
He's the other guy.
So this is the first time they hit #1.
But it's for kids albums.
For kids. On the kids charts.
That's kind of my soapbox. Why has this not been #1 before? Very sad.
They've been around for like 40 years.
Very sad.
Well, that is good information.
Some new releases. Avenged Sevenfold has a new album out. There's that one for you, Avenged Sevenfold fans.
Pretty cool cover there.
Life is But a Dream, yeah. Not exactly something I'd want to get a tattoo of. Looks kind of detailed, but
a lot of cool horses and things.
Yeah, a cool picture to have on your wall, yeah. Buck Cherry, Volume 10, because it's their 10th album.
That's a lot for these guys. They're really one of the only real rock bands still out there.
And they've kind of been under the radar the whole time too.
Yeah, they've got some hits that the normal folks know. I have not ever gotten into them, but I respect the fact that they keep putting out new material every couple of years.
I kind of refer to them. I compare them a lot to like Rat. Rat was just kind of always under the radar, but they just were always there too for 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Buck Cherry's always just kind of been there.
Okay.
Hollywood Vampires have a new album. And now if you look at it, it's Alice Cooper, Johnny Depp, Joe Perry, their band. And Tommy. So this is Johnny Depp. Hollywood Vampires. Again,
it is.
like I
That's
said
who
it
it
last
is.
couple weeks, but just in time for Father's Day.
Great gift for June Father's Day.
There you go. Yeah, Live in Rio is the album. So there you go. I got one more thing here. I was going through our social internet stuff and something I posted. It's also a homework edition. I want you to kind of do something better than I had to reply with your own top 5.
Okay.
Greatest female vocalists in rock history. Ranker.com, this is who they had for their top 5. Stevie Nicks, Ann Wilson, Pat Benatar, Janis Joplin, and Linda Ronstadt. And I comment on there when they had Stevie Nicks 1. She's not even in my top 5.
You're correct. That's
my
fair.
top 5. Ann Wilson, Pat Benatar, Annie Lennox, Tina Turner, and I had Cher. And I see they spelled Cher wrong on there. Kevin, it's an ER. Damn it.
Shar. Oh, Shar. The
Yeah,
interns.
You know,
Interns screwed it up,
Little
but
Chuck
that's
is
a
a
good
credit.
list. I know you're an Annie Lennox fan,
Yep.
so that makes sense.
And now
Benatar,
on Ranker's list, and this is what they had Nancy Wilson at number 20.
how about Joan Jett?
Joan Jett was on the list. Joan Jett is in my top 10.
Okay.
That makes the top 5, obviously.
How about Alanis Morissette?
Well, she was on Ranker's list. This was rock history. So you couldn't put in, it's rock, so I couldn't put Dolly Parton in because she hasn't released her rock album yet.
Yep.
For the end of the year, she might debut at number 1. You couldn't put in, and also, people like Janet Jackson. That was
Lita
more
Ford.
soul and R&B, not rock, or pop music, not rock. So you had to kind of remember rock artists, rock history.
Where was Lita Ford on the list?
For them, they had Lita in the top 25.
Okay.
And yep.
I have to check this out. That would be
on our
pretty
social
good.
media page, on the Sports and Songs Facebook page. You'll see it.
I
You'll see
would
their
have my opinion on that. Yes. Now Ann would be first, so we would agree right off the bat with Ann.
Pat Benatar. It's got to be in your top 5. If not, you're out of the will.
She is. She's good, but it would be nice to see those other listings. I'm going to do that. I'll look it up this weekend.
That's something to do, as you're trying to fall asleep at night. But that's what I got, sir. I just want to say also, I never got into Stevie Nicks. I never got into. I liked Fleetwood Mac, but Stevie Nicks was never this. Oh, she's so. Her and Janis Joplin both the top 5. They're not even my top 10. Something about Janis Joplin too. Just not saying her songs are bad. They're good songs.
Rubs you the wrong way.
To me, just wasn't this. Oh my God, it's Janis Joplin. I gotta stop and listen to it.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Janis Joplin, but it wouldn't be that high probably. But Fleetwood Mac, I like Fleetwood Mac. We haven't done, I don't think, an album review.
I like Christy McVie better than Stevie Nicks.
Like, who's that?
Christy McVie.
Okay.
The other gal singer from Fleetwood Mac, the one who just passed.
I
like her better than Stevie Nicks.
We'll have to do a Fleetwood Mac album review because it
just kind of goes back to everybody's going, how can you not like Stevie Nicks? She has that raspy voice, just like Eddie Money, who you did earlier in the show.
How about Jefferson Airplane?
Grace Slick. I don't recall if she was on the list or not. I remember seeing her.
All right, that's good. I'd like to do that. Once again, in the rock and heavy metal and rock and roll genre, it's overloaded with just men. So there's all these top 10 drummers, men, vocalists, guitarists, everything. But when you start getting into the top 5, top 10 women's categories, it thins out. Vixen was very good.
Right. They were around for a couple of years, so it's hard to get
I can tell you who the vocalist's name is even.
But they only had a couple-year run, so I was kind of going by longevity too. Who had a good career? Okay. That for me. If you want to take some one-hit wonder gal and put her at number 1, that's your list.
I'll look that up. We might see a post here sometime this weekend. Top 5.
Top 5 female rockers.
Rock. Okay, that's good. I'll put it out there. That'll be good. And also, you know what I forgot to say with upcoming bands? We got that LA Guns we're going to see July 22nd.
Yep.
I got their latest album.
Okay.
That will be an album review a couple weeks before that show. So sometime in July, we're going to have LA Guns, their new stuff, not the old popular stuff, but the new stuff is going to take some time. I'm going to dig into that and dissect that album because they've got a bunch of albums out.
Yep. Yeah, this is the Tracy Guns version of LA Guns. There was a split with the name a while ago, and one of the other players went off using the LA Guns name. So this is Tracy Guns. So his voice, his stuff. Oddly, Tracy Guns is not the lead singer of LA Guns on all songs. Yeah, so, come here.
So that'll be, we'll cover those guys. The Non Grata is a good one to see. And then I think what we'll do, I'm going to start looking next couple weeks, a little Bryan Adams review.
Yep.
That also applies under the very popular back in the day, but just for a little window there of time.
Yep, Brian. Betty Lou says hi, by the way.
Hi, Betty Lou. Nice.
Yeah.
Of course.
She had to get her words in there, yes.
All right. So we'll see you guys next Thursday. The fans out there, we're going to
back at our regular scheduled time.
Back to the normal schedule on Thursday, and we'll see you next week.
See you later. Bye.
See ya.